Who are you calling?
Get them!
Who are you calling?
The police!
The police?
Yeah.
3-year-old Brandon Bell doesn't have to call 911 to get a cop. All he has to do is yell Mom.
He said the police gonna get you and put you in jail.
Why? He didn't do anything. Come on.
Gloria Bell joined the Detroit force 2 years ago during an aggressive recruitment push for women. Since then, she's been trying to juggle the demands of single parenting with the demands of police work.
Just recently, a couple months ago, I thought about quitting because of the problems with, the city and the hours I have to work and the time I'm, away from him. And, but we were able to work something out, so I'm gonna, stay in there and try to hang in there.
Attention. Dwayne Jackson.
Sir.
Turner.
Yes, sir.
9. Gloria Bell.
Sir.
Cervantes.
Sir.
During our 48 hours, Officer Bell and her partner, Mario Cervantes, worked the 4 to midnight shift.
Okay, was there someone with a bat, a baseball bat? Something?
He had a 2x4.
Okay.
Do you think you're in greater danger than a man would be responding to some of the calls you have to respond to?
No, not necessarily. Because we're going to be treated the same way. We're in uniform. We're in blue. They don't see a female, they don't see a male. It's a blue uniform.
The people of Detroit are seeing more women in blue than ever before. The Detroit force is now 17% women, more than any major city in the country.
Does it make a difference to you whether the partner you're riding with is a man or a woman?
No, it doesn't. A woman is just as capable, maybe not as strong as, but I feel comfortable with a woman as much as just a man.
At 7 o'clock, Bell and Cervantes get a call to investigate a complaint.
Radio 611 is on location. Shots fired, fired inside the house.
Well, as we knocked on the front door, the man answered the door and, he was surprised to see us. We said, we got a call here on shots fired. And he says, nobody's in here shooting any shots. So we said, well, is it okay if we come in? He said, sure, come on in.
There were 2 people, 2 females, sitting on a sofa in the living room, and the male was standing.
So I said, well, do you have your driver's license or some kind of ID or some kind of payment or something, with your name on it?
I proceeded to go back into a bedroom, and the door was closed, so I pushed it open.
We seen one black male, 17. He had a handgun in his hand that he put under the cushion he was sitting on.
He's got guns, and he has a gun and has what looks like suspected narcotics.
You come over here and put your hand on the wall.
It's their only arrest of the night, but for a couple of patrol cops, it's a pretty big one.
Put your hand on the wall right there.
It makes me feel good that one less gun out there. There's one less gun that could possibly hurt someone or kill someone. And I feel good about it. It was like something really big for me. Okay, all right. Okay.
God damn, I haven't done nothing to you. I haven't done nothing.
Shelley McMahon joined the force about the same time as Officer Bell. She'll have a tougher time feeling good about tonight.
All I did was spit at this kid.
They're having trouble with
That's it, man.
McMahon ends up on the receiving end of an alleged assault and battery of a police officer.
That white officer stepped on me.
Where'd you have my leg?
As a third-generation cop, McMahon should know what kind of nights to expect. But even a routine call to break up a fight can bring surprises.
She resisted arrest. She resisted everything.
Man, I'd like to show some bruises I got from this bitch right here. Fake blonde.
Claire, I'll think. And it was obvious she was under the influence of something. She laid herself on the ground, wrapped her legs around my foot. And we struggled for several minutes trying to get it free. We couldn't get her into the vehicle or anything.
Can you wipe my nose?
Wipe your nose?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bitch, you done assaulted me.
Are you serious?
And my feelings were hurt.
Your feelings were hurt?
My feelings were hurt. I was crying.
Why were your feelings hurt?
I was caught off guard. I thought I had her. I thought I had her when I was investigating her. She turned around and slugged me.
I'll take you anytime without these scars.
This is a pretty rough ending. How do you leave this behind and go home?
It's not,
We've
man. Why
got
are you
about
putting on
a
the pressure
2-mile
on me?
drive back.
Yeah, right.
And I plan on telling him a very funny joke.
I don't know. I think this is the perfect way to end a perfect day.
Because I got...
Okay, 1380, 4116 Cass, apartment 7.
2nd and Penbury. Larceny just happened.
631 Shane, apartment 43. See that woman, her husband just threatened her with a gun there.
Mike Walsh and Steve Godfrey work the night shift in Detroit's 13th precinct.
He's not driving too good. There's no plate on it. It's a brand new truck.
He's got a temp.
Does the public expect too much from the police department, you think?
No, they have a right to expect a service. But I think they're, maybe by movies or TV shows, they're a little misled on what a police officer is capable of doing out here. We're not all, you know, Miami Vice officers or whatever. That's not our job. We're patrol officers. And we patrol the streets. We can't be every place.
They were just a few minutes too late for Ruby, age 51. The teenagers who beat her up got away.
Can you hear me? What happened?
The boy said, you did something to me. I said, I did nothing to you. He said, yeah, you bitch, you did do something. I said, what I did to you?
She's beat up pretty good.
She says they just come up, about 4 or 5 teenagers, just started kicking and beating the shit out of her. No reason. Just no reason. Didn't try to take any money or nothing.
You have to see a lot of ugly stuff out here.
I think you can't help but get a little callous to it after a while. You just see so much stuff, and
I think the hardest thing is trying to remember that you are dealing with people out here all the time.
I want some of my clothes out of there, and I want to come back and get the rest of them.
Almost all the time that you deal with people one-on-one, it's the most stressful time in their life.
That's a good point. Okay, well, we're leaving. You do what you want.
No, don't leave till I get some of my clothes out of here.
your place, this is your place, right?
Right, but it ain't gonna do no good because he's gonna come back and knock the door down and kick me in.
All this woman wants is for the police to keep her ex-boyfriend away.
If he do, then I can call the police right this way.
You have a good night.
Go. Thank you. That'll work. That'll sure work. I ain't ask you for no goddamn finding no cops, you know?
1:40 Saturday morning. This shift ends at 3.
Stevens?
Sir.
Green?
Sir.
Buckles?
Here, sir.
Sierra?
Sir.
Dan Green and Phil Stevens work dayside. When they are lucky, they fight real crime.
Put your hands up on the car.
Go up there. Cigarette down.
Put him on the car, step back. Step back.
Danny Green's father was a cop. Bill Stevens is the first in his family to wear a badge.
You sure you're not down here trying to buy no dope?
A suburbanite allegedly looking for a fix gets more than he bargained for. The cops get a $12 packet of heroin and a full hour of paperwork.
You expect more to be like TV than it really is. On TV, it's always full of action.
It's not mostly cops and robbers, is it?
No.
I want him picked up, and I'm his mother. He's supposed to be in the halfway house. Put him there.
I'll follow you. Come here. What's the problem, man?
In this case, it is cops and robbers, but the so-called robber is 17. His mother wants him arrested for taking a ham from the fridge.
Can't take him with us?
Yeah, you can take him with you.
No, we can't.
Wait a minute. Y'all can't take him with y'all?
For what? What did he do?
Well, I'll just follow another breaking and entering charge.
She's getting madder and madder. Leave her alone. Stay away from her for today.
Yeah. You calm the situation, but you haven't solved it.
Right,
And you can't.
Everybody wants you to do something to satisfy them anyway.
Big city cops say they are often asked to be armed social workers, forced to deal with poverty, drugs, and family problems they can never solve.
Are you still needed on that 693 Collingwood?
When you first start out, you probably got in the back of your head that you want to help people and you can make a difference in the city. Because it is a people-type job. But after a while, I don't think you believe you're really making a major difference out here.
nice. I got one. I'm off tomorrow, I work Sunday, and then I'm off Monday. Then I'm back on nights for like 9 days straight, I think.
Jerry Packard, an 18-year veteran of the Detroit police force.
9 days. What a terrible thought.
A year ago, while assigned to homicide, Packard realized he was stressed out.
For a week at a time, I remember the last scene I went to, you know.
3-3, check 1976 25th at West Verner. They say there must be two men in a sky blue Riviera, armed with guns.
And you go over it again and again in your mind, you know. You picture it, you see this person, you know, laying there dead.
Yeah, get his number. We'll run him on the computer, see if he has
Robert's running him. I put in for a transfer. I typed up my transfer. I went in and told the inspector, I explained to him that I'm to a point now where the pressures are too much. And I don't want to get myself in trouble. I don't want to jeopardize myself. I don't want to jeopardize my family. Get a 25.
Packard, who has returned to routine street patrol duty, is only one of many police officers who are trying to deal with the physical and psychological effects of stress.
You run into people that think that you should be invincible, okay? You should be afraid of nothing. Well, you got a gun on your side. Well, you know, on TV it all looks so good. Pull the gun, the guy runs, shoot him, you know? But see, you have to live with that.
Been on the force for 18 years?
18 years.
And how many shootings in 18 years?
10.
10?
10 shootings.
Any fatal?
3 fatals.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Why?
To survive. Doing my job to protect life and property.
But some people outside might say, hey, this is just an aggressive cop. Trigger happy.
They could possibly say that, but I think the record shows that all my shootings have been justified.
Joe Henderson's get the bad guy before he gets you attitude is understandable when one looks at the national statistics. In 1987, nearly 150 cops were killed in the line of duty, 73 of them murdered. Nearly 64,000 were assaulted. This horrendous stress takes its toll. The police suicide rate is among the highest in the nation, and 3 of every 4 cops end up divorced.
You think about people that you've shot, especially being right there at the scene, and you see them bleeding and they expire. This creates a serious problem in the mind, and sometimes it's there, but you're not aware of it's there.
So it sounds, Joe, like it's going to be incredibly hard for you to totally separate from being a police officer.
I find that...
Psychologist Christine Panyard has treated more than 300 law officers, including Henderson, now on disability leave and headed out of the department because of his problems with stress.
Joe is doing very well, and I have no doubts that he's going to continue to function at a high level in whatever position he chooses to follow. But at this point, he's no longer going to be able to function as a police officer.
He isn't?
No.
Why?
Because shooting 10 people, killing 3 is a lot to endure.
After 18 years of being a tough cop, he's training for a new profession.
Okay, Joe, hand on the throttle, full throttle, drop your feet off the brakes.
Okay.
At 44, he says he wants to become an airline pilot.
I've always wanted to fly. You feel like you're floating around in the sky, you're sort of getting away from everything.
We have so many police officers that are very, or should I say, extremely frustrated with the crime problem. They have a very high level of stress, whether they work homicide, robbery unit, throughout this whole department, or patrol officers on patrol. And they're not doing anything about it, you know, and I just can't take it anymore.